Tesla and Apple are splitting shares. The creators of Fortnite are opposing Apple and Google, and the British are once again quarreling with the French. The most exciting and hottest news of the financial world is already here. To not miss the most important things, subscribe to the channel. Yes, right now. Yes, there. Click on the red button. Clicked? Well done. And we are starting. Hello everyone, it is the RoboForex channel and the top financial stories of the week. On July 30th, Apple announced a stock split followed by a similar announcement from Tesla. Trading stocks of this company with splits taken into account will start on August 31st. What is the stock split and why are the companies doing it? Split, as the name implies, is the division of one company's shares into several. If Apple can be called split veterans, for Tesla it will be the first such procedure in all 10 years of their presence on the stock exchange. Apple plans to split one stock by 4, this is a 4-to-1 split, while Tesla is aiming for a 5-to-1 split. If you own stocks of one of these companies or plan to acquire them before August 24th and 21st, respectively, expect, let's say, an addition to the family. What is this split for? As a result of this procedure, the price per share decreases. There are more securities in circulation, while the company's market capitalization does not change. The goal is almost always the same: to attract new investors who previously could not afford to buy these stocks. For Apple, however, the motivation may be different. The company's shares are the most valuable among the firms included in the Dow Jones Index. Due to the split, Apple shares will be worth around $100, which will bring them closer to the average price per share of companies in the Dow. The balance will be maintained and everyone will be happy. What could be the effect of such an event? The news of the split gave Tesla shares another boost on August 12th. After the split, the growth of quotations will most likely continue due to the general positivity and the potential addition of the number of investors. To Apple, the split can give growth dynamics, but short-term. The company's shares will become available to very small investors. Are they able to buy such volumes that can significantly move quotes up? We shall wait and see. In general, the influence of splits on stocks prices is now decreasing. Some investment companies, a good example is the American Robinhood, allow buying parts of stocks. Many others have reduced the volume on the minimum transaction to 1 share long ago instead of, let's say, 100. Therefore, the original goal to make stocks more affordable seems not to be achieved because most of the investors can already buy them. Some experts say the world may see a wave of splits following Apple and Tesla's announcements, but so far the corporate split calendar remains almost empty. Before we go any further, here is a fun fact. Not all companies generally welcome splits. For example, Amazon has not done this for over 20 years, and Warren Buffett's company, Berkshire Hathaway, has never done this because Buffett himself is against the holdings securities being available to ordinary investors. One share of Berkshire Hathaway is worth more than $300,000. If you knew it, give this video a thumbs up. Now let's take a quick look at some corporate reports for the second quarter. Lyft, Uber's American rival, reported a 61% drop in total quarterly income and an increase in loss per share to $1.49. Taxi services generally had a hard time in the pandemic. The quarantine hurt them a lot. Also, Lyft, unlike Uber, operates in narrow geography, only in the US and Canada, and until April this year did not own any additional branches of business, such as food delivery. Both companies also have problems with status of their drivers, who are not official employees. California has already banned this practice, and who knows which cities, states, and countries will follow. The consequences of this are quite logical and understandable: a loss of market share, a decrease in the number of orders and profits. Walmart will release a report on August 18th. Both total quarterly earnings and earnings per share are forecasted to increase. The central positive moment for Walmart was the everlasting demand for essential products and the steps taken by the company to simplify access to purchases during quarantine, various delivery options, contactless purchases, and others. But business continues to be seriously under pressure from salary and bonus obligations to employees and the increased cost of following sanitary standards. The American retailer Home Depot is in almost the same situation. We expect their report on the same day, August 18th. Forecasts for quarterly earnings and earnings per share are generally positive here. the problems are precisely the same as those of Walmart. Therefore, it is likely that the shares of these companies at the time of the report's release will behave similarly. On August 19th, we'll see Nvidia's Q2 results, and again we're looking at the predicted success. Part of Nvidia's business, which is tied to computing and cloud solutions, has benefited from the pandemic and the worldwide shift to work from home. At the same time, the other divisions were in the red for the same reason. We will see the balance and how Nvidia's shares will behave. We'll see this Wednesday. And now, the hot news from the world of business. Epic Games has failed lawsuits against Apple and Google, accusing them of non-competitive behavior and violation of antitrust laws. On Thursday, August 13th, Apple removed the Epic Games app, the infamous Fortnite game, from the App Store, and Google did the same next day. The reason it would seem legitimate. Shortly before its removal, Epic Games made it possible for users to pay for in-game purchases through its proprietary payment system Epic Direct. Thus, the company would process all transactions directly, avoiding the 30% horse service fee set by Google and Apple for all in-app purchases. App Store rules explicitly prohibit this. The result: removal of Fortnite and the upcoming showdown in court. Does it remind you of anything? We have already discussed the integrations of the CEOs of 4 IT giants, including Apple and Google, by the US Congress. Remember what they were accused of. Here's direct evidence of this behavior. Epic Games has little chance of winning. They are not the first and not the last developers trying to rein in the mega corporations who are playing out and are seemingly not afraid of anything. Instead, the goal here is to draw consumers' and users' attention to violations of the law and generate a public outcry. Until this issue is resolved, millions of Fortnite users on Apple devices will be left without app updates. New players will also be unable to join this audience, depriving Epic Games of a considerable chunk of market and profits. How the confrontation will end, if it ends at all, we hope to tell you in the next issues. What do you think? Will Epic Games win? Please write us in the comments. Finally, an overview of the macroeconomic events of the week. A lot is going on in the Eurozone. Monday, Eurogroup meeting. Tuesday, Economic and Financial Council meeting. There is no key topic here: how the region's economy survives the consequences of the coronavirus and what else needs to be done to improve the situation. It will be interesting how Great Britain and France will behave. On Friday, London announced the introduction of 2-week quarantine for everyone who arrives on their territory. The French, who previously did not seem to be afraid by this measure, will also go to quarantine. Official Paris was very offended and promised retaliatory measures against the British. Will this complicate the relationship with money and an already troubled European Union? Whether one may say, but problems will have to be solved together. Further attention will be drawn to the preliminary statistics on inflation in the euro area and its basic value. At the end of the week, the macroeconomic calendar will bring contemptuous reports on the index of business activity in the manufacturing and non-manufacturing sectors of the Eurozone and its individual countries. There will be a few essential statistics from the United States. First of all, data of business activity in various sectors will give an understanding of whether the business is returning to life or remains in a frozen state. There will also be statistics on the housing market, and the Fed will release the previous meeting minutes. Since we know that everything was correct and calm there is no need to count on any monetary fines. Great Britain still has a significant calendar. A stream of price data is due this week, ranging from inflation to retail price and producer price indices. It is worth paying particular attention to the retail sales parameters in the country. Consumers remain not very active and restrained in spending, which is important for GDP. Here is your financial news of this week. Thanks for watching it till the end. Subscribe for the channel to not miss the next videos and give us a thumbs up if you liked it. Take care and see you next time.